Love Inc. presents a workshop production of Boxtown, a musical urban fairy tale by L. Keith Dick and Ann Bailey. The setting is a group of homeless people living under a freeway. A convenience store is nearby. Act 1.
Sure is. It's our lifestyle. We love it, right?
Yeah, so much you can
I'll report what you can do with that little tape recorder and microphone.
You got half of mine all right, buddy.
Oh, well, listen here, Mr. College degree. Just because you was an English teacher don't escalate you above me.
That's true. Their own speech escalates me.
I didn't get no speech.
You surely didn't.
That birdie is big. Look at him, Pete.
Let's see, Lanny. Yeah, he stick all right. Dead in fact.
He's not
Been
dead.
dead for quite some time.
He's not dead. He's sleeping. I hate dead things. Love alive things.
Tell you what, Lanny, we'll bury him. Let's wait till the Reverend comes back by, though. He'll know how to do a funeral.
What's a funeral?
Well, that's where you say nice things about somebody who's died, and you ask God to take care of them.
God takes care of the birdies.
Well, didn't take too good care of that one, did he?
Nice parade.
What parade? Dead bird.
Well, speak of the devil, Miss Carrie Fletcher is the person. All ready to do her in-depth eyewitness account of the downtrodden victims of society.
Thought she was doing a story on us.
Oh, well, good morning, Jenny. You were like Miss Jenny, isn't it?
Well, if it ain't the lady from the National Enquirer.
And she remembers my name. I guess I should be impressed.
It's the Times, not the Enquirer.
Same thing, Annie. You're just looking for some pitiful little story. You know, some dirty little thing to play on people's emotions, make them feel sad.
Well, how are you today, Professor? Are you still willing to tell me your story?
What's in it for you anyway? You come over here interrupting our privacy so you can get a, what do you call it?
Byline.
Byline, yeah. Probably trying to make a name for yourself, right? Get on the television evening news.
Well, I was hoping my stories might do some good for you. If I can let enough people know about your plight, then maybe we can get you off the streets and into something better.
And what makes you think we're the ones with the plate?
Well, you are kidding, right? Trying to be philosophical.
Yes, no mortgages, property taxes, roofs to fix, lawns to mow.
You can't convince me you like living like this. Look at the way you live.
Why? Because you don't have a microwave or a water bed?
It's just that we're not entirely convinced of your motives, Miss Fletcher. You're not here to help. You're here because your editor told you had to be here.
That's not true. When I was assigned this story, I decided as long as I was going to do it, I wanted to try and change things. I don't write just to entertain, but to do some good.
Like what? What are you going to do? What good can you or one little article do? Thousands of articles have been written about the homeless.
Well, first I need to know your greatest needs, then maybe I can stir up some kind of solutions. But the only way I can is to let the readers know that you're not some nameless mass of humanity, but we're talking about real people. If I can make my story personal, then the readers will read it and they'll feel something. But I have to talk to some of you, like I told you yesterday.
Look, what we need are jobs and money in either order. You bring us those, I'll be happy to talk to you.
Well, thank you, Benny. That's the first helpful thing you've said.
It was an accident.
First, I need to know why you don't have jobs. I'm sure you've looked, and the professor here certainly isn't lacking in skill.
Oh, and I am?
Well, I was just using him for an example.
Hey, lady, you want to hold my drink?
Well, I don't want to hold a yucky thing like that.
No, Yucky, you my friend. We don't like you anymore anyway. You can't come to funeral.
Is he crazy?
Compared to what? Anyways, he's the nicest man I've ever met.
I didn't mean to insult your friend, but I am rather intrigued as to how you all came to be here, living under the freeway. And how does one go from being a professor to being a street person? That is politically correct to call you a street person, isn't it?
Well, mine was a clear case of mixed, unfortunate circumstance. First, there was a little matter of the shooting. I was shot by a student in the class one day.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I thought so too. In fact, it upset me to the point that I actually began drinking. Can you believe it? Well, the school sent me to a clinic where I could dry out and get some counseling. I haven't touched a drop since, by the way. But the blemish stayed on my records. Then the state cut funding to education. The school where I worked was closed, and I was out of a job. I sent out hundreds of resumes, went on dozens of interviews, but because of the blemish on my records and because of the lack of funding, I couldn't get a job.
Did you try to get other non-teaching jobs?
Oh, of course I did. I was overqualified. I couldn't get a lower paying job because I had a couple of degrees and assumed I wouldn't stick around. I couldn't get a higher paying job because I'd only been a teacher and didn't have any practical work experience. And the jobs I was qualified for I couldn't get because I was too old, too white, too male, too long out of school, you name it. You can't believe how many jobs I was denied due to reverse discrimination. I was not among those needed to fill quotas.
Now you're so skinny you couldn't fill half a quota.
And as I continued to look for work, I continued to do little things like go eat, pay the rent, put gas in my car, clean my clothes, until finally I was in such a cash flow crunch that I had to start selling off personal belongings just to pay the bills. And when that dried up, you know, I did manage to keep one suit just in case I ever did get another interview. Did you ever try to keep a suit clean living under a freeway? It's a real adventure.
Didn't you file for unemployment?
You obviously don't read the paper you write for. They cut back funding to unemployment. Very few 4 weeks to cut me off. Lack of funds. That's too late.
Poor professor. That story always brings tears to my eyes. Society done a poo-poo on it.
So what could have been done to prevent your, ending up here on those streets? Are you saying it's all the state government's fault?
Oh, no. I quit looking for a place to assign blame a long time ago. It's everybody's fault, and nobody's. As a teacher, I never made enough money to build up any kind of a nest egg, so when the money was gone, that was it.
Were you able to sell your
I
house?
was renting.
Who were those guys I saw running away from here while I was parking my car? They a gang?
We percepted. Of course it was a game. I hate those punks that remind me of the apartment complex I used to live in. And some of my ex-students.
They gave me the creeps. Do they come around here often?
Does a dog have fleas? Only about every day. If I had my 9 millimeter, they would keep coming around.
Right.
You wouldn't really shoot them, would you?
Only slightly. Enough to make them bleed. A lot.
Well, I guess I wouldn't blame them. But getting back to our story, this is also confusing. What about you, Benny? What did you do before you became a street person?
What didn't I do? Was a better question. I was a pretty fair mechanic before all this computerization of cars left me in the dust. And then my skills weren't up to date enough to get a job.
Well, aren't there schools for that?
School? What planet do you come from, lady? Schools cost money. When my wife died, I was left with a ton of medical bills. She was sick a long time, and we didn't have insurance. Well, we did have it, but they dropped us when we needed it the most. Anyway, I couldn't afford to go to school and have a tuition bill staring me in the face, too.
So you just gave up?
Listen, you obnoxious little meddler. No, I didn't give up. I paid off every cent I owed everybody. I paid for her funeral and her headstone. I don't call that giving up. I paid those lousy hospitals and doctors for their $6 aspirin and their $200 bedpans. And paid off everybody that busted me. But I never gave up nothing. Everybody else gave up on me.
Well, I'm sorry, Benny. I shouldn't have worded it that way. It isn't even what I meant. What other skills do you have? What other jobs?
Well, I sold Amway and jewelry for a while. I was a welder until I ruined my eyes. And I was a carpenter until I got sued for non-compliance of contract or some such thing.
Well, sued?
Yeah, a guy said I promised oak. I never promised any such thing. He told me right from the start he didn't want oak. And then when I finished the job, he sued me. Said I didn't do what I promised.
Now, you did get your terms and conditions in writing.
Oh, not bad enough you guys are a professor. Now you think you're a lawyer.
Well, I'm beginning to get the picture as to how you two got here, but what I'm not clear on, though, is why two such talented men can make a quick comeback.
The longer I'm on the streets, the more I ain't sure I want to make a comeback. What's so great about rushing off to work every day, and sitting in traffic all the way home, about punching a time clock and getting a whole 30 minutes for lunch, and being so tired when I get home, I can't even roll over and kiss my wife, who's dead anyway. What's so special about that?
It's a pleasure. You've heard it said it takes money to make money? Well, I got news for you, lady. It takes money to even make a comeback. How are you supposed to survive a job search?
No, didn't try any agencies.
Oh, you mean those established establishments where you get to go sit in crowded offices for hours and hours and fill out dozens of applications so you get a chance to talk to a counselor who really doesn't want to talk to you anyway because your case doesn't pay as much as placing a high-priced executive? Oh yeah, I tried one too. Everybody's used to it. It's so bubble ball.
I think Professor Fan, like the rest of us, the longer you stay on the street, the harder it is to ever leave. Stay a month, and you're stuck. It's a crazy world out there anyway. Who needs it? I'm telling you this because I did. You better stay here, cause it's crazy out there. I'm telling you this is the truth, I swear. You'll be much safer here, cause it's crazy out there. The world is so crazy, it's wild out there. With criminals, lunatics everywhere. Junkies and monkeys are out by the score. Smugglers are lurking behind each door. A man tries to sell me his second-hand trash. Said he's got lots more stuff back in the stash. Ask if I know a good place to crack up, and me it seems he's a bit short on cash. I'm telling you this because I care. You better stay here, cause it's crazy out there. I'm telling you this is the truth, I swear. You'll be much safer here, cause it's crazy out there. The great concentration says really bad us when all that he really wants is to tax us. The IRS spends the day trying to tax us while lunatics on the loose. What do you ask?
Lots of nuisance stalking the streets, perhaps the malevolence comes from the heat. The thief who just knocked over our corner store says there ain't no worse than going to war.
I'm telling you this because I care. You better stay here, cause it's crazy out there. I'm telling you this is the truth, I swear. You'll be much safer here, cause it's crazy out there.
The teenager who says he kills for thrills.
The father says he has a gun for fun. Each day a few more lootings. Each day a few more shooting. Each day on the police day on the run.
Sex for hire, sleazy attire for movies on the screen. Porno shops that fan desire, making more mothers out of our teens.
They say the economy's in the pits, and those educators are having fits. Unemployment is out of sight, like the president said it will be alright. Insurance can only be bought by the rich, and wrong and right lately have done quite a switch.
Seems things and alcohol fight for first place to see which one will bring on the human race.
If a drug doesn't kill you, then sex probably will, as we all pretend we aren't over the hill. Our bodies run out and our patience has to guess the only one worse off than me. Mine and you. I'm telling you this because I care. You better stay here, cause it's crazy out there. I'm telling you this is the truth, I swear. You'll be much safer here, cause it's crazy. I'm telling you this because I care. You better stay here, cause it's crazy out there. I'm telling you this is the truth, I swear. You'll be much safer here, cause it's crazy out
Prince that.
Professor, can we get back to something that you said earlier about being too white, too male? Do you really think you were discriminated against, or aren't you just exaggerating?
No, not at all. You know, all of this equal opportunity stuff has been real good for a lot of people, except for folks like Betty and I. I mean, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant is lower on a snake's on a totem pole than a cockroach, at least when it comes to higher ability.
Lower than slime. Hey, sister. When I wasn't as educated, I didn't have all that extra luggage to carry around with me.
You make it sound like being educated is some curse working against you.
No. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm against education. It's just that the system isn't always amenable.
But I wouldn't hire anybody either that uses words that I, the boss, couldn't understand.
See, Miss Fletcher, speak correctly and one is outcast. Use complete sentences and one is a pedantic alien. Avoid gutter slang and nobody wants you around, not even the gutter people.
Well,
What kind of world is this?
I just can't see that you wouldn't get a job because you have a leg up.
Of course not. With legs like yours, you'll never have to worry about getting hired.
I didn't get hired for my legs.
Of course not, babe. You got hired for your hair, your face, your figure, and those fancy clothes.
You, sir, are a sexist pig.
Ooh, I think she likes me.
She also called you a sexist pig.
Yeah, but that don't bother me. I don't know.
You see, Miss Fletcher, we all have our crosses to bear. But really, I want you to think about it for a minute. What chance would you have in your chosen profession if you were old, fat, ugly, scar-faced, cross-eyed? About as much job as I have getting much chance as I have getting a job as a government worker or as managing a store of some kind. No job if you are too white and no job if you are too pale. No job if you are too bright, although you said you work for scale. Minority means majority on the walls. I can get a job as a teacher or a PE coach, 'cause you're a coach. And I can get a job as a preacher on a TV show, 'cause I'm despicable, I'm detestable, I'm more than a mole. Yes, get out the rain and the flies water too. Get rid of us pests no matter what you gotta do. I'm like a bug in some politicians too, 'cause there's nothing they'll let me do. No job if you are too white and no job if you are too pale. No job if you are too bright, although you said you work for scale. Minority means majority on the walls. You see, when you're a wasp, you're as welcome as a new disease. No, when you're a wasp, you gotta help them understand your please. Your father's built this way, but you can't get a hand to right into your knee. I agree. Get out the rain and the flies water too. Get rid of us pests no matter what you gotta do. I'm like a bug in some politicians too, 'cause there's nothing they'll let me. No job if you are too white and no job if you are too pale. No job if you are too bright, although you said you work for scale. Minority needs majority, now what you pay? Yes, be lost.
I see a man down. Go back, boy. I'm on one. I'm gonna see if I can help.
Hey, Moneybags, how are you today?
Now, Miss Fletcher, here's somebody interested for you to interview. This is Moneybags himself. Meanwhile, I got some errands to run. I want to be back in time when Martha brings lunch. Whew.
Someone brings you lunch? Well, who's Martha and who's Moneybags? Well, why do they call you that?
What later reminds me of a certain 3-year-old I used to know. Always ask me questions. Makes me as nervous as a worm in a fishbowl.
Miss Fletcher, meet Mr. Moneybags. Miss Fletcher's doing a story on the street people for the Inquirer.
Oh, yes, the time.
Whatever.
I've had all the association with time that I care for. You know, if it hadn't been for your paper, I'd still be a bank president.
A banker? How did that happen? Well, how did you to this lifestyle.
Oh, you mean from hobnobbing with company CEOs to hobnobbing with my friends like being a professor? Hey, everybody deserves to step up sooner or later.
Let's go back to something that you said, if you don't mind. How did our paper hurt you?
You really want to know? I can't tell you. You know, it makes me so mad every time I think of it. It just does.
Please tell me. I will print anything you don't want me to.
You know, I've heard that before. Second thought, maybe I could tell you. Be good if the truth finally came out.
Well, anyway.
Too late.
Heavens!
Well, okay. See, I was going through a real messy divorce, and your paper started printing stories that I had a cocaine habit. Well, my wife told the judge that I had a cocaine habit, so, you know, kind of lead him over her way a little bit. He gave everything except that car over there that I sleep in. Everything I had. Now, I am pretty worthless.
What about this cocaine habit?
Oh, there wasn't a habit. See, she told the paper that I had a habit. Then she told the paper that I was involved in some shady deals down at the bank. Well, your paper never bothered to investigate anything. All you guys did was just run the story saying all the appropriate words like alleged, implied, and my favorite, sources close to the accused. I love it.
Are you saying there were no shady deals?
Well, what I'm saying is that after you guys ran the story, the bank examiners descended upon me like a flock of vultures. You know, after they got through auditing and probing and tearing me into little bitty pieces, you guys had a lot more stories to write. You know, I came away clean as a whistle on my wife's charges. None of them were true. But you guys never wrote a word about that. But everything I ever did do that was a little, well, everything else I did was blown up and embellished and twisted to the point that I made Charles Manson look like Mother Teresa. But no, there were no shady deals.
I wish there was something that I could do to make it right.
Well, nah, too late now. I've gone through the ringer. Yeah, I used to live in Memorial, now I live out of this little briefcase I used to carry to work. Thanks to your paper, The Times, and my banker's savvy, I'm unemployed. But harmless. Still pretty handsome, don't you think? I know how to swindle. I know how to cheat. I know what the big boys got to do to compete. I've got the banker savvy. Can I juggle numbers? Can I massage books? And I ain't afraid of any auditor's dirty looks, 'cause I've got this banker know-how. I know about state finance, performance, and interest rates. I know about bottom lines, the tax laws in several different states. I can tell you just how to succeed. I can tell you just how to fail. I can also tell you how to land yourself in jail. 'Cause I've got that right, junk bonds and real estate deals. I've got what it takes to rule with all the big wheels. 'Cause I got that bankruptcy. My suits have a pinstripe. I've got wingtip shoes. I've been in the paper, but it wasn't that good of news. 'Cause I've got that bank trouble. I know about income statements, performance, and interest rates. I know about bottom lines and tax laws in several different states. I can tell you just how to succeed. I can tell you just how to fail. I can also tell you how to land yourself in jail. I've got that banker savvy. I worked in an office where everything's plush. Like savings and loan guys, I can keep your secrets hush. 'Cause I got this banker
deli meats and lunch meat sandwiches, and we even got something special for you. Hershey bars. You wouldn't believe all the stuff we have to check dates on. It is such a pain.
Well, your pain is our gain. And we're sure glad to do it. She won't get in trouble.
Oh, no trouble. I would get in trouble if we pulled this stuff when it's out of date. We can't sell it, and, well, I'm supposed to throw it in the trash, but I think it's better that you people get it.
Well, if you don't mind me asking you something, what does your husband think about you working at a place that gets robbed a couple of times a week?
My husband? Well, I'm not even married. And if I were, I wouldn't be working here. I'd let him support me.
Well, your boyfriend then. I know you got a boyfriend, right?
Oh, I don't have a boyfriend either. He ran off with his night school teacher.
I find that hard to believe.
Why? People run off all the time.
I mean, that you don't have a boyfriend now, you know, you're being so pretty and nice and all.
Well, it's nice of you to say that, Vinny, but I guess I'm just waiting for just the right guy.
What do you mean, the right guy?
You know, right in all ways. The kind of guy my mom would want me to bring home.
Like somebody that can support you?
Oh, that would be nice.
Guess that leaves me out.
Yeah,
So they're laying this stuff out.
I would enjoy it.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, now why so long?
Well, I tried out for that singing and dancing part today. I don't know when I'll ever learn to quit setting myself up for disappointment.
Well, now, how do you know you didn't get the part?
They announce the parts tomorrow, but I'm sure I can just tell those things, the way they speak to you and thank you for trying out. I've heard it so many times in the past that I can recognize it for what it is.
What do you think the problem is? I mean, I've heard you sing, and I know you can dance. You certainly aren't lacking for talent.
Well, have you taken a look at me lately? My clothes, my hair. I need a lot fixing on.
Oh, that's, I can get a fix too. You know, that's the good thing about being here in Haight-Ashbury. You can get a fix anytime you want one.
This ain't Haight-Ashbury. This ain't even California. You ain't no hippie. They did that 10 years ago.
Well, far out, man. What they do with them?
So, dude, you like flute, you like let them all out to the ocean.
I remember that day. I got real wet. It was like a drowned rat. Like I said.
Yeah, as long as he stays harmless, that's the main thing. Well, I just wish there was something we could do to help Misty.
What she needs is an agent.
I knew an agent once. Agent Orange.
Too much of it.
Well, thank you for concern, y'all. No agent or anybody else is going to be interested in looking at me. As long as I'm living here on the streets. I need decent clothes, my hairstyle. I can't even afford makeup. And a girl has got to have makeup.
I wish I could help you, Misty Rose. I've never been much of a hairstylist or a cosmetologist.
Well, I have to admit, I am discouraged, but I'm not giving up. My mama didn't raise me here, so.
My mama told me to reach for the sky. It may not be easy, but at least I can try. My mama told me lots of stuff not in books. Yeah, she knows that it's not as easy as it looks. I've heard it said, and I believe it still. If anything can go wrong, it certainly will. I try to make a big splash, but end up in the trash. The overpass is passing over me, but I just wanna dance. I just wanna sing. I don't need And my fairy godmother's missing, presumably. A cigarettes and beer. Under freeway traffic's all I can hear. But life goes on and passes me by. Sometimes makes this girl cry. Your past is passing over me. But I just wanna dance. I just wanna sing. I don't need to marry a prince or a king. I just wanna sing. I just wanna dance. And I wouldn't turn down just a little romance. When I find my pot of gold at the rainbow's end, I'm afraid that it will be filled with sand. If my lottery ticket should win its a cinch, it's the one I threw in the trash can. But I'm not giving up till I'm over the top, and I am. 'Cause I just wanna dance, I just wanna sing. I don't need to marry a prince or a king. I just wanna sing, I just wanna dance. And I wouldn't turn down just a little romance.
That Misty Rose has so much talent. If I could get my hands on about $20,000, I know just the business I could get into to make enough money for me and then have enough left over to help her too. It wouldn't take that much. 10, maybe 15,000. I'd be making 80,000 a year in no time.
But chicken ain't nothing but a bird.
Chicken? Who's got some chicken? I'm starved. I love chicken. Over there, across the street, there it is. Go get some now. Hurry. I can do a horse. I need a mule. A snake. I love them. I'm hungry. Excuse me.
Hey, boys, if there's any coffee, I'll go get my cup.
Save the what? The closest we'll get to coffee tonight is going over to the Stop and Rob and smelling something.
Some days crawfish, some days shells. You been out chasing down jobs again?
Oh, I've been trying. Went to 10 places today. Same old song. Nobody's hiring.
Hey, can't say my man don't work though. Yeah, he's pounding the pavement every day. I still don't know what we're gonna do though. We can't keep going to that church's food kitchen forever. Some folks are saying they're not gonna donate anymore. There's people just not interested in it anymore.
Boy, that's certainly the truth. Nobody's hiring. I can't do anything about it. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Hey, what? Why don't you go play pro sport? Hey, that ain't lots of money.
Why don't you go play with a landmine? But you know, boy, I did bowl 200 one time, about 10 years ago.
There you go.
And I played sandlot baseball as a kid. I'll bet some pro teams just chomp at the bit to snatch me up. Come on, Denise, let's get the kids to sleep and we'll make our plan for tomorrow.
You know, you gotta admire Dave. He always stays optimistic. He's always got a plan for tomorrow and then he works his plan.
Yeah, you gotta admire Denise too. I mean, she always stands right there by him, no matter if the kids are sick or what, she's right there. Boy, I'd give a lot to have a woman like that.
You'd give a lot to have any woman with you. As long as she's a coach you over behind.
You got me all wrong. There's only one woman I'm interested in, but I don't think she cares a diddly squat about me.
Well, can you blame her?
Now, careful how you tease a man with a pining heart.
Mighty Pop. Who is this lady we're talking
Oh,
about?
now, come on, you don't think he keeps going over there to Stop and Rob just to get the updates, do you? Nah, he's trying to get next to Martha, as we say.
Yeah, but out of date is all I ever get. I get more out of date by the day. She doesn't even care any more about me than that wallpaper in that restaurant store over there.
Wallpaper? I didn't know that place had any wallpaper.
You never know about women. You might think you're the second coming of Errol Flynn. Brad Pitt to bring things more up to date.
Or Freddy Krueger.
At least she's always nice to you.
So the lady who buys my blood every week.
Look, why don't you just quit whining and go over there and just come right out and ask her if she likes it?
Oh, no, that's easier said than done.
Hi, Lanny. Where you been out to so late?
Lost my birdie. Can't bury him. Can't have a funeral. Might not die sometime. Definitely will not like it. Why'd my birdie go away? Any nice to it. Not my fault, is it?
Aw, come on and sit down. We've had a long day. We all have. Just don't worry about anything now, Mary. Let's just get some rest. And don't you worry about that bird. He loved you. He didn't do anything to him. You know, you're just like all the rest of us. You try your best and you get by from day to day. But at the end of the day, after you've done your best, you gotta let go of it. Oh, let your worries evaporate into the night. If they're important worries, they'll be back again tomorrow. And if not, who needs them?
Oh, it's nice, man. Oh, I need to be my mama.
Well, I can't be your mama, but I'll be your friend.
Hey, Lanny, you got a lot of friends here in Boxtown. We're all in this singing shit together.
But he don't mind it, 'cause he can't miss what he don't know. Lanny, my boy, you help me to see things right. Lanny, my baby, you're everything pure and light. Lanny is why we just can't give up the fight. Angels watch over my dear sleeping Lanny tonight. And he's got nothing except holes in his pants. He's got no money, no dollars, no cents. But Lanny ain't empty, though he ain't so smart. 'Cause what Lanny gives is love straight from his heart. Lanny, my boy, you help me to see things right. Lanny, my baby, you're everything pure and light. Lanny is why we just can't give up the fight. Angels watch over my dear sleeping Lanny tonight.
It was good of you to come, Mr. Bartoni. My assistant had quite a time locating you with no address and all.
Well, please call me Vinny. What's all this about anyway? I was just given an envelope with your address on it, told to come. The young man didn't say anything just about why, and I didn't do anything wrong like you get sued for it. I don't owe anybody any money or anything.
Well, you can relax, Benny. What I have is good news.
Good. I could use some good news for a change.
Well, I'm sure we all could. But to make this as brief as possible, I represent a Mr. Bartholomew Jackson. He is the founder of Jackson Construction Company. He's the man who was involved in the accident on the freeway the other day, about where you live.
He can't sue me. I didn't do anything to cause it. I just heard the noise and went up to see if I could help. That's all. He can't sue me.
I said it was good news. Now just relax and let me finish. Mr. Jackson is the man that you performed CPR on, and he wants to reward you for what you did. They told him in the hospital if you had not responded as quickly as you did, they would not have been able to revive him. You saved his life, Benny. And he has authorized me to pay you $15,000 cash as a reward for saving him. That's why I called you here. It's all here. I advised him to write you a check, but he insisted that it be in cash.
You're sure? I mean, thank you. But I never expected to be paid. I just did what I was taught. What am I going to do with all this money?
Well, it's yours to do with whatever you wish. Now you won't have to live under a freeway anymore. That's pretty certain.
Well, what am I going to do with all this money?
I got a chance to fulfill a dream. I would no longer be rowing upstream. Or should I put off my dreams and wait off my schemes so my friends can have food on their plate? Now I can start up my business and make it succeed just like planting a garden. I finally got seeds, but what if I should fail? And I only grow weeds, then what chance would I have to meet anyone's needs? Cause they need me now. And after all, what orphans for, they need me now. And when you've got friends who could ask for more, they need me now. When there's so much that I can do, but I'm afraid somehow, thought I can make their dreams come true, that's why I'm pleading loud. And I need to know what to do. Satisfy wants or fulfill a need. That's the dilemma I'm facing indeed. For if I give it all to my friends, am I blowing my chance to succeed in the end? I always said all I needed was some kind of breakdown. I got it, but I'm afraid I'll make a mistake. Just how much should I give, and how much should I take? Is there someone who'll tell me before it's too late? Cause they need me now. And after all, what orphans for, they need me now. And when you've got friends who could ask for more, they need me now. When there's so much that I can do, but I'm afraid somehow, thought I could make their dreams come true, that's why I'm pleading loud. And I need to know what to do. I need to know what to do. I've got to know what to do. I got some ideas off of you. Would it hurt? Not much. We'll get in. But I've got a problem and I need some help in knowing what to do.
Danny, I always need help knowing what to do.
Yeah, well, I'm in a real, what does the professor call it? A quandary.
What a quandary.
But it means I don't know if I can put my money into my business or what.
Danny, everybody always told Danny, mind my own business. God, you ain't got the money anyway.
Well, maybe I do and maybe I don't. But if I did put what I do have into my business, oh, I know I can make it work. I can have all my dreams come true.
Danny has dreams. Mostly scary.
I'm sure you do. But on the other hand, I could do a lot to help everybody around here. I can help all my friends.
That's what thing it's for.
Well, maybe so, but I have a life too. I mean, this is my one big chance. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should just jump at it.
Jump at a chance? What's that? Jump at a chance? Jump at a chance? Jump at a chance?
Stop that jumping. It means I should do it. I should probably just do it. To heck with the rest of you.
Oh.
No, he's a nice guy.
Aren't you?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Reverend.
See that Benny's behaving himself and sharing his wealth.
Oh, yeah, wealth. Something we have so much of to share.
You know what they say, as long as you have your health and 3 square meals, what more could you ask for?
That's easy for you to say. You get your 3 squares a day.
Well, Reverend Dillon, what brings you by? Still try to get Benny to repent and straighten up? Think he'll do any good? No, I just came by to see if there was anything I could do. I think I can still get hold of some clothes, you know, at least for the children, but attendance is down and so are donations.
Well, I thought I read somewhere the church attendance was up these days.
Well, it is in some neighborhoods and in the suburbs. But frankly, I'm having a little trouble finding enough people to give a sermon to.
Well, maybe it isn't sermons that people need.
Well, now everyone needs to hear about God and how much He does for them and having faith in Him.
Why is that, everybody? Seems like God's forgotten a few of us lately.
Well, now, Has he forgotten you, or have you forgotten him?
Oh, that's the same thing.
Not hardly. You see, God didn't put you in the position that you're in.
Well, he sure hadn't helped me get out of it. Don't give me that old bull about him on helping never helped Sam.
Well, you might be surprised what a few faith-filled prayers might avail you.
I'd be surprised, all right.
Well, now, what would you pray for?
What do you mean, Doris?
What would you do with it?
Well, I wouldn't blow it. I'd invest it. I got some business.
Wouldn't take that much. I know a business I can start with about $15,000. I can do it. I thought I could hop the bottom side to side. I can do it. It'd take hard work and perseverance, but I got both. Yep, 15,000 just about.
Well, I don't know many businesses that you can start for $15,000.
That's the beauty of this one.
Well, just keep praying, son, and maybe God will answer.
Yeah, he might.
Well, all that matters is that I want everyone to know here that God loves you just as much as anyone else.
I just wish somebody else loved us. Unless you say God does. God may love you, but it sure is a shame Uncle Sam doesn't.
What do you mean?
Well, it just seems to me that Uncle Sam's the main reason that we're here. You pay your taxes, you do your shares, but that's just talk. It's not enough. You pay till you bleed and you call it unfair, but the more you pay more is a shame, I swear. You obey the laws, do what you learn in school, but that's just talk. It's not enough. You feel you're aboard a great ship full of fuel, better paddle along or they'll change the view. They say they'll make things better, but you know they really won't. They say that Jesus loves you. But Uncle Sam don't. You get on tangled in retake the law. Well, that's too bad. It makes me sad. I agree that it's you they for, but they're at your door. Don't you elect? That's just bad. It makes me sad. You wanna believe that it's you they protect, but I'm afraid they won't concern you, save their own necks. They say they'll make things better, but you know they really won't. They say that Jesus loves you. But I said don't. Politicians, empty promises, they just fill the air. Crooked lawyers, empty promises, takers filled with flair. Paid off judges, empty sentences, prisoners drowning cells. All combined to let us know that we ain't doing that well. You never gamble, you'll steal or cheat. Well, that's just great. You took their faith. You won't get too far unless you make the deal sweet. Gotta learn how to sin if you're going to beat. You trust in the system and don't you be late. Well, that's just great. He took their faith. I think you believe that it's you they protect, but I'm afraid they're more concerned to save their own necks. They say they'll make things better, but you know they really won't. They say that Jesus loves you, but Uncle Sam don't.
God bless his heart, he means well.
Lots of folks mean well, Professor. Like when city council votes to spend millions of dollars on low-cost housing. Yeah, it helps about 50 families get into an affordable house, but it doesn't provide jobs or income to those families. How are they supposed to pay their rent, even if it is low?
Well, if it isn't Plato and Socrates, my two favorite philosophers, solving all of society's problems.
If it isn't Lois Lane of our town. That story written yet?
No, I really wanted to talk to the Wilsons. I wanted to find out where she's going to have her baby. They really seem like a nice family. I wish there was something I could do to help them. But maybe I can list some of his job skills in my stories, and someone might pick up on it and give him a job.
your heart might be in the right place, but if you don't mind, I won't hold my breath waiting for the results. I turned way past blue. Oh, speaking of blue, I saw our trusty man in blue today, Officer Doolittle.
Doolittle? I thought his name was Dunleavy.
No, it's Doolittle. He likes to talk a lot and do little.
What do you have to say?
Well, I told him how these street gangs are still bothering us, and there's a new one called the Territories coming around over here and pushing us around, knocking all our boxes down and pushing everybody and hurting them back. What are you going to do about it?
Dane, what did he say?
He said we were small potatoes next to all the murders and suicides they had on the street.
See why I call him Doolittle.
He did say something interesting, though. They're going to come down and tear our little community down tomorrow.
What?
They can't do that. Says there's too many of us camping out here now. Says we're an eyesore and a health hazard.
They can't do that. These are not just boxes. These are our homes. Print this. This is the third time they've done this.
Excuse me, this is the third time they've done this?
Yeah. Why don't they just leave us alone? We're not hurting anybody. The only health hazard is to ourselves. And Officer Doolittle tells us we give him less trouble than anybody else on the street.
This is terrible. I'm going to make some phone calls and see if I can find out something. Maybe somebody can stop this.
Stop it. I thought your job was to report the news, not stop it.
I told you I wanted to help in any way that I could.
There's Denise and Dave. You can help you, you can help me.
Well, remember, you've got to keep your clothes clean. We can't afford the laundry now.
Excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute?
Well, we've only got a couple of minutes. Reverend Jefferson let us use his phone and call in some more job leads. We feel real sure something real good's going to happen today.
Hi, I'm Carrie Fletcher with the Times.
Yeah, we know who you are. We've seen you around. Just what is it you want to know? You got about 2 minutes.
Well, first I want to know about your baby. Where do you plan on having it?
Well, there's a clinic down on Jefferson Street. I can probably have it there. They've only got midwives, but if there's any complications or anything, they can call a doctor and even get you an ambulance.
When you're too far along, too pregnant to get it taken care of, I ought to slap you. We want this baby. We planned it.
We love our kids and we'll love this one just as much as the others. Oh, I don't know why. We might not have any money, but we've got plenty of love to go around. We're good parents. Besides, Dave's going to get a job real soon. We just know it. I don't see why everyone thinks abortion is the answer to everything. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned love of family?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it like that.
Oh, Denise, this interview's over. We got phone calls to make. Whatever mother should have taken care of her.
Should have boxed that up. Seems like I've been more lonely than writing these days. Probably do better with my mouth stapled shut.
Now there's an idea. I tell you what, why don't you wait here? I'm going to see if Martha has a stapler I can borrow.
Maybe that'll be fun. Just tell me why I can never say anything right.
Because we're just from different worlds, and you don't understand that.
I never considered myself that different.
Until you lived under a freeway out of necessity, you'll never be able to relate to us. I am streeter, I sing the Boxtown blues. We sing the same thing from different points of view.
Yeah, it's the same world that pays for you.
bellies.
We didn't do any job search today, Dan. Just got started and Denise went into labor. Premature. She lost the baby. Every time I think it can't get any worse, it does.
Dave, I'm so sorry. What happened?
I was on the phone and she started having contractions and pains. We thought they were those Braxton Hicks contractions or something like that. They just kept getting harder and more regular and more painful. And for one, it was like she was in labor. It was awful. Luckily, we were at the church. Reverend Dimmer laid her down on his bed. She had the baby right there.
It was dead.
Poor Denise, she just couldn't stop crying.
Where's Denise now? Is she still at the church?
I took her down to the clinic. Thought the midwives could look after her a little better than the Reverend could because they have experience with women in these things. You know, Professor, she's going to be all right physically, but it's her heart that's broken. It's going to take forever for it to heal. My please.
Dave, I don't know what to say. Is there anything Benny and I could do to help?
Would you mind watching the kids so I can go do this? I don't want them hanging around making her nervous.
Sure. You go on in with me. We'll watch the kids.
You're chasing the baby. It looks really gross.
Don't talk like that about your baby sister, young lady. Just keep your mouth shut, guy.
Dave, go on. Be all right. Sure it was for us.
Who let all these children out of school? Don't they know they could go to jail for putting hooky? I went to jail once. It was awful. Then he let me out of my roll the dice 3 times and paid $50. What are you talking about now? I didn't have to get a free card. I had to wait 3 more turns and pay the money too. It was the most mortifying experience of my short life.
You get your father's
If you had my job, stress drives me up the wall. What job is it today? Don't tell me you've forgotten, silly man. I'm the mayor.
You look more like his wife.
Hey, what? It's hard to keep up last week. You were the Pope. Sarcasm will get you nowhere. Besides, I've got to rush. We have a city council meeting today, and we're trying to figure out what to do with all the mental patients that the state keeps going on the streets. And if we don't figure out something to do with them, my constituents are going to lock me up. Then how am I going to be mayor? I tell you what, while you're down there, see if you can stop them from tearing down our little community tomorrow. We need a place to sleep, you know. I'll see what I can do. But first, get these children back into school. I mean, I hate to call the ATF on you. Y'all seem like such nice folks. They'll run you right out.
Like, the reason, matter of fact, I could have had one of those jobs if I had a car, any of those jobs. But you know, you can't get a car without a job, and you can't get a job without a car.
Listen, maybe you ought to talk to Moneybags. He's got a car with no gas. I mean, maybe you can borrow some gas money from somebody and pay him back his first paycheck.
Like who, Professor? You guys are all as broke as I am. You know, maybe I could panhandle, but I always said I wouldn't ask for something without working for it.
Why don't you do like some guys do and make a sign say, we'll work for gas money.
That's worth a shot.
Oh, sure it is. I'll help you find some hard work. I know there's plenty of it behind the dumpster, and Martha's sure to let us use a pen or something. Oh, there's Lynn. I wonder what he's got. It looks like a baby doll.
And you got a brother now. My own baby brother. So you get big and play with me. I hold him till he go up. Man, you better take that doll back where you found it. Some little girl's probably crying her eyes out missing that baby. He's not a dog, Lenny's brother. He's a real baby.
Where'd you get that doll, Lenny?
I'm Lynn Dumpster. Thorpe from Lenny brother and put it in Dumpster. You be Thorpe.
Yes, if you found it in a dumpster, you could keep it.
Yeah, Lenny was he'd be crying and skipping at her. And Lenny picked up baby and he stopped crying. Lenny's brother. I think he's starting to hear things. It's getting a little bit like Looney Tunes. Let me take a look at that. Whoa. I've heard of realistic baby dolls, but this one takes the cake. Take a look, Professor. Your niece, you would.
Oh my God, it is a real baby.
tell you it's the real baby.
Poor lady. Poor niece. Poor baby. It's terrible. Someone just threw their baby away. You're gonna be sick. Cries. It's just not right. Denise, who wanted your baby, would have cared for it. Lucy hers, and somebody doesn't even want her. She's full of blood. It's just not fair.
Lord. Don't bring any brother and you're supposed to be happy.
Come on, son. Bring your baby with you. You gotta go see the reverend.
On the way over there, I'll explain a thing or two to you. Looks like you're gonna get to see a funeral after all.
Some say hello and stay for a while. Some say farewell, never learn to smile. Some folks are born and some folks must die. Like ships in the night passing silently by. Like bright shooting stars in a skyway of strife. We're all like passing cars on this freeway called life. Oh, some people are coming, some people are gone. The cycle continues each hour of the day. But with all of the comings and goings, I'm asking God, I couldn't find it today. I said hello, but you couldn't stay. And some other mother threw her child away. So tiny, so perfect, both we barely met. Each curve of your features I'll never forget. Some souls need a lifetime to learn how to give, but you only needed a moment to live. As some people are coming, some people are going. The cycle continues each hour of the day, but with all of the comings and goings, I'm asking, why couldn't my baby
This is Act 2.
Hey! I just saw yesterday morning's paper. You're a hero.
What do you mean? I haven't seen these papers.
Oh, I know Martha's going to be so proud of you. The article didn't mention your name. It just said that an unidentified passerby had rendered CPR to the crash victim until paramedics got there. The paramedics gave the man, that's you, credit for saving the victim's life. I told Martha you were the one that did it.
I didn't do anything special.
Oh, now, come on. Not everybody knows CPR or has the guts or presence of mind to use it.
I just did it when I was taught, that's all.
No, say what you want. I personally am proud as punch. Hope you don't mind if I brag on you a little bit today. You're the only hero we got here.
Sounds like a good day to make myself scared.
Do what you want. I shall boast regardless.
Did it say anything about the guy, the guy I saved?
No, didn't mention his name. That's probably in this morning's paper, though.
I sure wish I could find the paint. I'm tired of living in a dump. I want to fix up my place. Right now it's as homely as Vinny. Make a freight train take a dirt road.
What are you sprucing up for? It ain't like you got a civic association or anything.
What's going on, fellas?
How are you?
Oh, Swamp Mom over here's got a feather. Wants to fix up her mansion over there.
Hey, you never know. You know how we got that good-looking Carrie Fletcher with us. Better Homes and Gardens could be next. They could send a camera crew any day now, couldn't they?
Well, I'm proud of my place. It may not be Taj Mahal, but it's not no ramshackle shack like some folks I know around here have.
Talk about a shack. My place ain't no more of a shack than yours is.
Well, listen to you guys. Y'all both talk like we got a caste system, with an uptown and a downtown.
And we got them with the fridge carpets and such, and then with metal houses or crates, and some are painted. And for the Beverly Hills types, you got those that don't even leak.
Okay, so you're trying to say that you think the guy in the metal house is a better person than the people that live in the cardboard?
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
If you're gonna live next door to me, you're gonna have to fix your place up. I ain't living next to no scraggly mess.
You're gonna go down, aren't you?
I got my pride.
The American dream, the American way, not about saving for a rainy day, but what a man has and what a man owns, how well he keeps up with his neighbor, Mr. Jones. Hey there! Polly my rent. Hey, 2, 3. Now I'm sure that I have more. Oh no, I have the most. Well, I'm the only person here with a bill on the coat.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but I have 5 Mercedes-Benz.
Well, I don't have a lot of money, but I got a lot of friends.
For life is a monopoly game, and we are all the players. All stood in row and while my ranking tiny little heirs. Class struggle, class struggle,
Where will it all stop?
class struggle, gotta get what you can. Class struggle, don't like up the bottom down. From Boxtown to the Baytown, you'll find a lot of data, reminding us to keep our place within our social strata. Taking you there's a system, giving each one his task. The UAA is much the same from bum to upper class. If you're going to climb the ladder, make someone else feel tall, but don't step on too many toes, they're slippery, you might fall. Class struggle, class struggle,
Where will it all stop?
class struggle, gotta get what you can. Class struggle, don't wind up the bottom man. Ready? On in! Hey! 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 2, 3, 4! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey, what do you think about our Benny saving that man?
What do you mean?
Well, didn't you hear about the man who gave CPR to the other man and saved his life? It happened right up there after the accident on the freeway.
Well, the professor was telling me something about it, but I guess I just didn't snap to it.
He was telling you about Benny. He's a hero.
Benny saved a man? Way to go, Benny.
He's some kind of guy. Yeah, I think he's pretty sweet on you, too. That's what I hear anyway.
Well, he may be sweet, but I'd just as soon it wasn't on me. It'd be better anyway.
Well, what do you mean? Benny's a pretty nice man. I mean, even before the CPR thing, always a little rough around the edges, but aren't we all? Why wouldn't you want him to be sweet on you?
Well, I liked him and everything. A lot, even. But, it just couldn't work. There's no future in it.
Well, what couldn't work?
Why not? Nothing can work between us. I mean, he doesn't even work. I mean, nothing can develop. That's all.
You mean because you don't have a job. Listen, I may not seem like an expert on anything, and I and my man Dave, I mean, we're not glamorous or anything, but I do know about a good man. Dave's a good man. A little down on his luck right now, but he's a good man, and so's Benny.
Well, I know. I've really liked him for weeks now. He kind of grows on me. But I can't let myself get serious. He may be a hero, but what good's a broke hero?
Skinny Dave's broke. He's good for me.
Yes. I need more than just a nice guy that says he loves me. Even if he really does love me.
Well, whatever. It's your life. Hey, thanks a lot for all the other dates you give us. Probably saved our kids' lives a few times.
Sure. Anytime. He's got nothing. Well, he's
got a good heart, but that's nothing. Okay, perhaps it's a start, but he's got nothing. We would never be rich, but he's someone for me, and that's a switch, but he's got nothing. Though he'd always be there, but there with nothing. I guess at least we could share, but sharing nothing makes it harder to keep love alive. Could we survive? Why love him? What should I do? How could I love him? Could this be true? Why do I need him? This man with nothing to give. Could it be that love is all we need to live? He's not handsome. He's no prince and no star, nothing special. He hasn't even a car, though he's not loaded. But then he don't smell of booze, and with nothing, he's nothing to lose. But he's got nothing except a real love for me, and that is something that I don't often see. But would that something be enough when the newness is gone? Could we hold on? Why love him? What should I do? How could I love him? Could this be true? Why do I need him? This man with nothing to give. Could it be that love is all we need to live? I always thought the man I loved would have a little money. At least I thought he'd offer more than just, I love you, honey. I never thought the man who'd finally steal away my heart would ever have to call his home a broken shopping cart. But this man's got nothing. But if he would have me, then I wouldn't have nothing. But why is it so hard to see? Now he's a hero. He's so brave and gallant, but he's got nothing that I thought I'd want. Now he is gentle, and he's kind to the bone. But can kindness take the place of a home? Well, he is someone, but I say to myself, so am I. And then I cry, why love him? What should I do? How could I love him? Could this be true? Why do I need him? This man with nothing to give. Could it be that love is all we need to live? Is it true that love is what we need to live?
Well, gentlemen, what shall be the topic of intellectual enlightenment? Shall we discuss the possibilities of the Flint Hartman Bridge ever opening? Take too long. How about the relative merits of Bush over Richards?
Let's talk about something that has more of a chance of ever happening. Find a job today?
Well, I spent 3 hours at the state employment office and got sent on 3 wild goose chases. Then I couldn't believe it. I got a ride in the state van in the first one, but then I had to hitch to the other 2. What a waste of time.
Tell them about it, Dave.
Well, the first job was at the mechanic shop down at the city bus barn. I go in and they say,
we're sorry, the job was filled 2 weeks ago. We don't know why it's still on the computer. So I said, why did you have me come in and interview? Then if you knew the job was already filled, and they said, oh, we thought it was for some other job. Just a big load of bull.
We're getting used to that, aren't we?
Yeah, but that doesn't feed the family. So then I go to a fast food place. The guy wanted $10 for the lie detector test, $10 for the general skills test, and then a $30 deposit for the chicken soup. I couldn't believe my ears. The guy wanted me to pay $50 just to get hired. If I had that kind of money, I wouldn't need a job.
Sounds like a catch-22 to me.
Well, Professor, here's the topper. I applied for the job down at the chemical plant. The one that said no experience necessary. Right, no experience necessary if you're a chemical engineer. Yes, that I would need to say. So you just have to brush up on a few things. This is all high school level stuff.
Well, what would you have to brush up on? Maybe I can help you.
I don't know, Professor. Multiplication and division of fractions, metric conversions, converting decimals, a lot of stuff that I've either forgotten or never even knew in the first place.
Just what we need tonight, the sewer boy. Let's call him sewer boys. I'm going to learn how to get our monikers error boys. You're about to find out why.
Look, Buzzface, why don't you take your Cub Scout tag and go play someplace else? This ain't a playground.
All right, that's enough. Leave her stuff alone. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah! What you gonna do? Send it to the principal's office?
Get lost on the way.
Get down with an insult, guys. But we don't like insults. Especially from you street scum.
Hey, look who's coming. Hot on the hell black. Watch out, Schleen. We're seeing the feather no insult you no more. Hey, we're here on business. We got a proposition for you. We're coming back tomorrow at the same time. We want $100 from each other. Give us what you want. We'll leave you in peace. But if you don't, those of you that survive the punishments will be looking for a new planet to live on. There's going to be a big fire here tomorrow.
You know we can't come up with that kind of money. We couldn't pay $1 a piece, and wouldn't if we could.
That's right.
How do you know it's your problem? So you can find some crap to sell. Get the shop and rob next door. Rob a bank, roll a million, and do what you want. But come with it. Come on with it by tomorrow. Because if you don't, there won't be any tomorrows after that.
You come back tomorrow, and we'll have it. In the meantime, leave our kids and our stuff alone. I don't want my kids to see you, hear you, smell you, or know that you're alive.
Have you lost your mind? Where are we going to come up with that? Oh, you can be sure we'll be back. And if you people don't learn to respect by then, instead of calling you Skinny Dave, what do they call me? Toothless Dave. Or Dead Dave. Let's go. We kill him now, we can't get anything off of him. Let's go. Have you gone crazy? Kill yourself.
Trust me, I've got a plan. Those slime balls that come around here for the last time. I'm sick of it. They knocked our stuff down 3 times too many, and they're not going to do it again. Just leave it to me.
But what are you gonna do?
You just be here tomorrow at this time, and you'll see all of it.
Have you seen Cooney or Missy Rose today?
I don't think she was off on another interview or something.
Sure wish something.
Oh, there she is.
Huh. So come so glum. You look lower than Snake's belly in a wagon around.
Yeah, well, you know, I tried out for another part today and life stinks.
Yeah, well.
Two guys tried to mug me today. When they found out I didn't have anything, they slugged me and knocked me down. I don't know what hurts worse, my stomach or my toothache.
Got another toothache?
I lost 2 teeth already. I can't afford to lose any more. But at least my toothache keeps my mind off my growling belly.
I'll tell you what, if it happens such a rough day, you come with me on my dumpster run. We'll get so much to eat, I know the best places in town.
I might as well. You know what they say. Some days chicken, some days feathers.
Let's see if we can find some chicken. I had feathers yesterday. Hey,
dumpster. And I'm not a tipsy bumster, but this here is my Dipsy dumpster. Some folks think it's pretty neat to go out on the town to eat. It's just one of life's little treats. Much like ice cream, dessert, or your favorite chocolate sweets. Sweeteners dine out every day, but we just do it a different way. We have to ignore what the people may say, but we still have to eat, even when we can't pay. And honey, that's what we say. That nothing could be finer than eating at the diner, the gourmet Dipsy dumpster diner. Cafe Olay at the dumpster cafe, the restaurant where all you want is not to show up someday. Get your bread and jelly for that growling in your belly at the 4-star Dipsy dumpster deli. No dress code, no LA, no tip-free card, another way. The dumpster serves up every dish in town. Restaurant, bakery, dumpsters are good, and grocery stores usually throw up good food.
I hope you don't think that we're rude.
Or rude.
But pizza places are great if you're in a pizza mood.
Toast, and veggies are alright.
Heat and meat gives me quite a fright.
You can't be too proud to go out in the night, but you can't see too well if you try it at night.
You gotta watch every bite.
There's nothing could be finer than eating at the diner, the gourmet Dipsy dumpster diner. Their apple pie makes you lay down and die. The coffee there will make your hair so curly you wanna cry. You can share a ticket, watch it with the pigeon at the Woodwest dumpster diner kitchen. And you can still go there if you would choose a shirt to wear. The dumpster serves up every dish in town. Now there's an art to dining here. The first thing is to squelch your fear. But this one thing above all, don't eat things that move or crawl.
Especially green.
Nothing could be finer than eating at the diner, the gourmet Dipsy dumpster diner. It's your magic wand for the scratchy gourmand. The caviar and oyster bar are better than any bond. Get one more hashtag for the scratchy gourmet and the newest dumpster diner cafe. It's so fine, it's getting so we stand in line. The dumpster serves up every dish. You can't believe just how delish. The dumpster serves up every dish in town.
Dave said he'll be here, so he'll be here. He said he'd take care of all of us. So there's no use to go hassling all of us.
I hope he's punctual, because patients ain't one of my best virtues. I don't think games were good either.
That's it. Now, you rest you lowlights, you get out of here. I'm not gonna put up with anymore.
Hey, what are you gonna do about it? Run over to the shopping cart? Holy, look, what is this? Look at that.
Oh, dear. Oh, your head. Oh, my God. We don't know what happened to you. And Shane. Oh, it's so good to see you. And all the boys. Oh, gosh, there must be 40 of you.
What's the problem? Hey, are you Fuzzbuster? I heard you've been hassling my good friends here. And with guns. Don't you know that that ain't nice? Didn't your mama teach you anything? Xavier tells me you've been bugging her for some time. Well, we're here to put a stop to all of that. You got exactly 2 seconds to get gone, or 25 years to have us a shooting gallery. Make sure you don't have these good people anymore. I'm giving them the equalizer. No problem, Denise. You know, I tried to talk your old man here into coming back with us. He wouldn't do it, though.
That's right, he did, but I'm a family man now, and I gotta take care of them. My back in days is over.
No offense, good buddy, but it doesn't look like you're doing too good in that department.
This is just temporary. One of these days I'll be back on my feet. When I succeed, I won't forget that I owe you a real big favor. By the way, we can't pay for these guns.
Don't worry about that. If they even think you've got them, their kind won't be back. Besides, you don't know us nothing. Remember our motto, do a good deed daily. I've got to catch up with the boys. After all, I'm their leader. You said you had a plan, you really meant it.
Well, you know, Professor, I just remembered that the old gang still owed me a couple favors.
I never knew you were in a gang.
Well, you know, there's a lot about me you don't know. But at any rate, I reckon we're through with those terror boys for a while. Or should I say the terrorized boys?
Hey, Professor. Can I talk to you?
Sure, I don't have any place in particular to go. What is it?
I need your wisdom. I've got a problem. I need to know what to do about it.
I'm serious. Okay, what is it?
Well, you know that the guy I saved, I gave CPR to.
Yeah, what about it? Oh, he didn't die, did he?
No, he lived. That's the problem.
He gave you a reward.
I went to his lawyer's office and picked it up a couple of days ago at $15,000.
$15,000! Dang, that's great! That's so loud!
Nobody knows but you. The problem is I don't know what to do about it. I could spend it, I could save it, I could live off of it, I could start my business. I'm just not sure.
Well, now, Benny, I seem to recall you saying, once, twice in passing.
You had a business you could start for about $15,000. Now,
Listen, you got that going. You were successful with it. You can help a lot of people. You see what I mean?
I've thought about that, but now that I can actually do it, I'm afraid. All right? I'm afraid. I'm just not sure. I mean, I always thought my plans would work, but now that I've got the chance and I've got the money, I'm just not sure if my business will work.
Excuse me. Well, Benny, maybe you just need to sleep on it a little bit. I mean, nothing says you've got to make a decision right now. Listen, I'm not a business expert or anything, but money may exist. And if you went and talked to him, maybe he and I could go over your business plan, look it over, see how it works out, and do kind of a feasibility study.
Maybe so. I just wasn't prepared to make all these decisions. It's such a burden on my mind. I feel like I'm rich and just not sure which way to go.
Look, do what I said, sleep on it. You don't have to decide anything right now. If you want my help, or you want my guys to help you, in the meantime, no problem.
Darkness is paling, red to pink. The Pray to God for manna that the children call a feast. Thank heaven for a new day to fill our shattered dreams. The old ones have been walked upon and ripped down at the seams. Thank heaven for wisdom and light things in the west. They are weary bodies down and know we've done our best. Thank with all that's gone, we learn the joy of just the darkness is fading, and in my heart the daylight is taking its place. The first rays of sunshine, light and hope. I can see the sun bright on your face. I can feel the sun warm on my face.
Morning, Benny. How'd you sleep?
I don't know if I slept at all. I just kept going over and over in my mind what to do with the money.
Well, did you make any decision?
I guess you could say that. The money's already gone.
Gone. What do you mean gone? You didn't spend it, did you? Lose it? Spend it? What?
No, you might think I'm crazy, and some of this took some phone calls and things to find out. But here goes. I'm going to spend $950 to get Cooney's teeth fixed, and $1,000 for Misty Rose to go to music school for 1 year, and $500 for new clothes. I figured about $2,000 to get money bags back on his feet, new clothes, an apartment, some food. $7,000 for Denise and Dave and the kids. They got to get a new car, and there's something reliable, an apartment and clothes all around.
Dang, you sure you know what you're doing?
$1,500 for 2 stoves, 2 fridges, and a washer and dryer for the Faith and Home missions. They really need them. I'll use, of course.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Well, $500 for Lanny and $500 for a real reputable job search firm I heard of to get you back into teaching. And whatever's left over is for a ring.
A ring?
Yeah, I figure I'll have a better chance of getting Martha to marry me when I propose the ring.
Kenny, that's wonderful. I mean, it's magnanimous even. But what about you? What about your business?
Well, I may be crazy, but at least I feel good inside.
Yeah, and that's what insanity feels
Well, I thought maybe I could either help one me or many you. The numbers win.
Well, Benny, I don't know what to say. Except thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Just one thing. Don't tell the others. I like to tell each of them in my own way.
Sure. I understand.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but either one of you know where I might find someone named Benny Bartoli. I was told that he lived, stays around here somewhere.
I'm Benny Bartoni. Unless you're some kind of collections agent, this is Benny Bartoni.
Hold on, me.
Bartoni would be.
I'm no collections agent. Are you really Benny?
Unfortunately so.
No. Fortunately. Fortunate for me, anyway. You see, my name's Bartholomew Jackson. I'm the man whose life you saved.
nice to meet you. I mean, I didn't recognize you out laying down blood all over you. I mean, I was all nervous and everything. I mean, nice to meet you. And thanks for the reward money. I haven't spent it all yet if you came to get it back.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. I did not come to get any of it back. In fact, I wish that there was more I could do for you. That's why I looked you up myself. I'm surprised I found you so soon. The attorney's assistant told me where he found you. You see, I wanted to do more for you than that money I gave you, but it was all I had on me at the time. I kept asking myself over and over, what could I do that would really help? And I decided that, well, if you're homeless, paramedics told me later, what you probably needed would be a job. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that would be great. I mean, money goes so fast, but a job would last a long time, if you know what I mean.
I wanted to talk to you. As you know, I own a construction company. Do you have any skills I could use?
Well, I'm a mechanic and a welder and a carpenter, and I'm pretty good at all of them.
That's right. That's right. I'm sure we could use a mechanic. Listen, I'll put you to work under one of my superintendents. And, after a month or two, if he likes your work, why, we'll make you a foreman, give you a crew of your own, and then we'll see where you can go from there. That is, if you're interested.
Yes, I'm interested. He must be crazy. Of course I'm interested. Hey, thank you, Mr. Bartoni. I'll be the best mechanic you ever had. I'll work as hard as 3 mechanics. And thank you. Thank you.
I get to see if I can really make them singing and dancing. I get to go to school and have all new clothes. Your Benny's a great guy.
Oh, wait a minute. Why do you call him my Benny?
Well, everybody knows he's crazy about you. You're all he talks about. And all you've got to do is snap your fingers and he's yours.
Is that right? Well, I'm very happy for you. It seems he's been spending a lot of money around here lately on everyone except himself. He finally has a chance to make something of himself, and he goes and blows it all.
Blows it all? How can you say that? He's helping Dave, Denise, Moneybags, and all of us get back on our feet again. How can anybody be more generous?
Generous? Maybe. But stupid, too. That money could have been his ticket out of here. But he cares more about all of you than he does about himself. That's stupid. And when y'all are all gone out making a way for yourself in the world, where's Benny gonna be? Back here, eating out-of-date sandwiches from my store.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I think you'd be darn lucky to have somebody as nice as him. He's the nicest man I've ever met.
And the stupidest.
Well, you know, I think somebody's being stupid here, but I don't think it's Benny.
Hello, Martha. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Hello, Robin Hood.
Robin, why do you call me that?
Helping the poor and oppressed. Would you rather me call you Mother Teresa?
You sound like you disapprove or something. Why is it so hard to do something good around here without everybody looking at you like you're some kind of lunatic or something?
Because you need to look out for yourself first.
Well, I'm doing great. Never better than that.
Oh, because you spent your money on everyone else. You're doing so fine.
As a matter of fact, that's right. And that brings me to a good point. I spent some money on you too, Martha. I'd like you to have this.
Oh, you didn't have to buy anything for me.
Martha, it'd make me very happy if you'd wear this.
Benny, this is a ring. Gee, it looks like a real diamond. A diamond ring? No, I didn't. Take this back, get your money back, spend something on yourself.
I don't think I'm making myself clear. This ring is for you. It's for us. It's supposed to be an engagement ring.
An engagement ring? But we aren't engaged or anything.
No, but I'd like it to be. I mean, I'm asking you to marry me. I mean, I'm asking you right now if you'd like to. You know, marry me.
You are so sweet. But how can we be married? How would we live? You just spent everything you had on everyone else, and now you've got nothing. Benny, you are the
sweetest man I know, but marriage? What kind of future would I have with a man that doesn't even have a job?
Oh, well, excuse me. I thought people got married because they loved each other. I love you, Martha. You're all I ever think about. I thought you cared for me, too. I guess I got another thing coming.
I do care about you. And I've had to force myself not to love you. But love has to be about the future as well as the present. And what kind of future would we have when a man who has nothing finally gets enough to make something of himself and then foolishly gives it all away? Benny, how could you even think of marrying someone? Sure, I could support us, but how would we live? And how would that make you feel?
I'm a fool, all right. Not for helping my friends, but for thinking you could ever look out past the outside and see the real me. For your information, I've got a job, a good job, and I start Monday. And it makes 3 times what you make working in the store and has a good future.
Benny, wait, I didn't mean it like that, Benny.
Hey, man. Why are you looking so glum there?
You're not dumb, you're retarded.
No, I didn't say dumb. I said glum. That means sad or unhappy. Are you sad about something?
Yeah, that ain't that, I guess. Denise and David, the kids are gonna go away soon. Rose and Cooney's gonna go away. Denise is not having know where she is. Honey, are you and the professor gonna go away too? Man. Yeah, man.
Well, I see what you mean. But don't worry, Lenny. I mean, we wouldn't leave you here by yourself. You're like part of the family. I tell you what. Why don't you come and live with me until we can figure out something better? Would you like that?
Yeah, Lenny like that. Maybe my best friend in the whole world.
Well, you might as well come and live with me. I thought Martha might come and live with me, but apparently she thinks some things are more important than feelings. Who can understand women?
Not me, you were hot.
He's got nothing, but I finally can see that means nothing. 'Cause what he gives to me is really something. And no fortune could feel this divine. This man is mine. Why do I love him? I still don't know. But when I'm with him, these feelings grow. And when I meet him, he offers all he can give. Yes, it's true that love is all we need to live. Now I know that love is what I long to give.
Have you seen my jacket?
Benny, I need to talk to you.
Might as well. Sure can't make me feel any worse. This is supposed to be such a happy time for me, too. Just don't give me that old line about how we can still be friends. I hate that.
I think I've been wrong about a few things. Well, I think I misjudged you, Benny. I think I need to say sorry.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. You just said what you felt, that's all.
No, I didn't. I didn't know how I felt until I realized I might be letting the best God I know slip through my fingers.
What are you saying?
Can you forgive me? Can we take a little time and see what we have? I feel like a fool. I know I was cruel. just start over like we believe it. Can you see past the pain to the love in my eyes? I just want to give love a try. I see no fool, just two eyes of blue in a face that could never be cruel. Don't be sad, 'cause I still can say to you, I love you. More than you will ever know, more than I can ever show you, and so you don't need to ask me why. I just want to give love a feel like I see no flaws, just to my heart face that could. Yes, it's not there to hold you. Don't be sad, 'cause I still can say you love. I love you. Forgive me for words I read. More than you will ever know. We just start over like we believe. More than I could ever show you, and so you don't need to ask me why. I just want to give love a try. Will my heart stop pounding? How could I be so blind? Hear her words resounding. Won't you please ease my mind? Will our thoughts ever come by? Please tell me again. Can you forgive me for words I regret? Could we just start over like we believed? Can you see past the pain to the love ask me I just want to give love a try. I guess it doesn't matter that I never climbed the ladder to success. I guess it doesn't count that I never did amount to the best. 'Cause you can't take it with you when you go. No, you can't take it with you when you die. You may want to, you may try until you die. You may struggle till you know that you stay here till you go. But no matter what you do, you just can't take it with you. You can't take your house. You can't take
somebody that we have not really given a round of applause for, and I believe that really and truly deserves it, is I see a little bit of Kim Martin style in this tonight.
Amen.
I say a little Kim Martin style. That style is first class. Wonderful. We appreciate that. Tomorrow is another special night because we get to have the performance again. Tonight was sold out. Tomorrow night is sold out, but we have agreed, I believe, to allow a little standing room only. I think we're going to have another extra 20 chairs tomorrow night. So if you know somebody that
Do it next weekend, Jim.
But we are going to put a few more chairs out tomorrow night, so if there's